Long time ago, when I met my now wife, she actually came in to sing on a session. And she has an amazing voice, great singer, great songwriter, pianist. She had all these cool songs she had made, and she even had some YouTube videos, and I remember looking at them. They're like Lady Gaga and Adele covers. I was like, dang, man, she's like famous on YouTube. That's so cool. And through the years, we've been able to start and make a bunch of different projects, but one of my goals this year is to just make more music. I don't mean get gigs with clients like mixing and engineering and stuff. I mean, I want to produce and make music artistically. So that's one of a few goals for this year, is to make a handful of music projects, right? And then just release them. So as you may have noticed over the past couple years, I've really been investing and growing my collection of gear, recording gear, software, stuff like that, which, come on, we all love to do. One of the things that I have not invested in is instruments, right? I did get a great drum set, actually. My drum set is killer. I'd still like to get a couple more snares, but I do have a great drum set. But I've also played guitar for a very long time, and I've maybe kept getting a great guitar on the back burner. So because of my experience as an engineer in studios, recording session players, guys like Tim Pierce, who just bring in vintage, amazing, sometimes new, unique, beautiful sounding guitars, can play them incredibly well through a great mic, through a great pre, in a great room, to a great song. Really makes you understand the importance of every little step of that process and how it just comes together beautifully. But I finally did it. Check it out. So this is the Gibson G200 EC. It is absolutely beautiful. It's got a very unique shape to the body, that's for sure. It's got one of these player holes. But I love this guitar because of the way, one, that it plays. It plays beautifully, but it sounds fantastic. And I don't just mean like it sounds great when I'm sitting here strumming it. It sounds great recorded. So to kick off our goal for this year, we're going to recreate a song from Adele's new album that I really like. It's called Can I Get It? The arrangement's really cool. The instrumentation, I love the sound of the mix, is fantastic. But it's not necessarily a super complicated track as far as what's there and what's going on. So I thought it'd be fun to try out my acoustic. This guitar sounds and records fantastic. As far as recording it, I didn't want to get too much of the stringy strumming kind of stuff, and I didn't want to get like just a bunch of body, because this is a track where the acoustics were doubling it. You know, the vocal's going to be big and in the middle. There's going to be a lot of stuff, and you don't want the acoustics to get in the way of that. But for a good majority of the song, it's mostly doubled acoustics. So I thought going for a dynamic mic would be really great as a first try. You know, it's always good to try out a couple different mics. You know, then what dynamic mic? So I had a feeling that this was gonna be the winner to go with. So I started with this mic. This is the M201TG from Biodynamic, and it is a really cool dynamic mic. I set it up, and typically how I set it up is I'll put it kind of near the 12th fret. It's a common acoustic guitar miking technique, point at the 12th fret. And a lot of guys will point it towards the body, kind of up there a little bit, depending on how much of the body you want to get. Again, thinking about in the mix, how much of that do you want to hear? Is it going to be competing? So what I'll do is I'll kind of give it that little angle, and then I'll play the part on the acoustic with my headphones on, and I'll kind of move around, kind of figure out the exact angle and how close. I think it was pretty close to the mic. Then it's just a matter of doing a good job playing, which is always fun. So thankfully, with this table that I have here is on wheels, and I can just roll it right over to where I'm sitting while I'm tracking, and that made it go a little bit faster. I can't remember exactly how much time we spent on this, but we tracked acoustic and we started to track vocals, and then our sound came back. But regardless, we got the acoustics done, so very excited about that. One thing I really love about this song is how it goes from that repetitive A minor to G to D minor to the chorus, but the chorus like drops first. So that's just acoustics and vocals, and then everything else comes in, and oh, it is so sweet. But the progression it cuts to and the strumming on it is so sweet. It's very satisfying as a listener. So here's a little clip of what the acoustic guitar sounded like. So as far as the signal chain, I'm going through the M201TG microphone into the Warm Audio 273 mic pre, no EQ, into Pro Tools. Once I finished tracking, I took the left and the right acoustic takes and I bussed them to an aux, which is just an acoustic stereo aux. I put the SSL E-channel strip from UAD on there. There's like a high pass filter rolling out some of the body, and then I think there's a little bit of EQ in the mid-range, maybe just a touch on the high end. And then after the SSL-E strip is an 1176 LN compressor from UAD. And I think it's doing a fair amount of compression. It's not like squashed or anything, but it's basically holding it pretty tight, and it sounds good. It sounds really, really good and records really well. Honestly, I think it sounds better recorded than it does. Playing it is really, I mean, obviously it sounds good playing it, but recording it, that's where it's like, sometimes you're really surprised. And in this case, I was in the positive sense. So yeah, really, really cool. Here's what it sounds like completely unprocessed, double tracked. And then here's what it sounds like with the processing from the SSL and the 1176. Pretty darn good. And the decision on whether I was going to use that mic for the song really came down to, I played that back and then I played the Adele song back. I'm not going to play it in this video because I'm going to get a copyright claim. I don't know if I'll get it just with this acoustic guitar, but that'll be interesting. It sounds very good. It sounds very close. I don't know what they used or how they recorded it, but boy, it sounds good enough for me. I'm very, very happy and pleased with this acoustic guitar. If you're looking for an acoustic guitar, don't be shy of this line. Since one of my goals for the year is to make more music, I want to kind of pull the curtain back on that and share some of that process with you guys. Let me know what you guys would be interested in seeing. I'm going to be going up to Sweetwater soon, which is very cool. And maybe I was thinking about recording drums for this track there. I should probably do bass when I'm there too, because I probably have some sweet basses. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel too, please. See you in the next video. Bye.